The Della Montagna Winery and Vineyard, specializing in small batch, handcrafted winemaking in the heart of the Russian River Valley. Visit their showcase winery and tasting room soon and experience wine tasting as it was meant to be. For more information, go to dlmwine.com. We're at Recreation Park in Healdsburg on a beautiful, warm Friday night, and we've got a great one for you here. It's the Healdsburg Prune Packers taking on the Santa Rosa Rosebuds. These teams first met way back in 1921, and they meet again here tonight in Healdsburg. In the top of the first inning, it's Jared Lenardi with a one-out double into left center field off the Prune Packers starter, Noah Renard. And the Rosebuds are in business. A few batters later, it's Jared Dumont with a sacrifice fly to center field, deep enough to score Lenardi from third, and the Rosebuds jump out to a 1-0 lead. We go to the second inning now, and the Rosebuds hitting here with Robert Muniz, a runner at second, and he lines this one into right field for a base hit. The throw comes in, and that will hold the runner at third. Jake McNichols' throw down checks him back into the base. But now it's Drew Silveri with a little squibber up the middle. Nobody can handle it. And Jackson Ketron scores for the Rosebuds to make it 2-0 Santa Rosa. We go to the bottom of the third inning. A couple of hit batters by Rosebud starter Mike Miller. And then leadoff hitter Wendell Champion lines this one into left field. Champion out of Houston, Texas. And he puts the Prune Packers on the board. As Stan Wozniak scores, it is 2-1. But then a couple of strikeouts with runners at second and third. Brian Arias, the number 3 hitter, goes down swinging. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and Miller is really dealing. We see him drop down sidearm here as he strikes out the side, and it's still 2-1. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and a little bit of trouble here for the Rosebuds as Miller walks 2, gives up a base hit. But then Miller would settle down. He gets a couple of strikeouts, and the bases are still loaded with the score 2-1. And then he gets Arias to pop up with 2 outs. Robert Muniz, the second baseman, has it, and the Rosebuds dodge a huge bullet as they head back to the dugout, going to the sixth inning with a 2-1 lead. Justin Wade at the plate now for the Rosebuds, and he rips this one back up the middle for a solid base hit, as Santa Rosa looks to get their bats going again. And now it's Jackson Ketron, and he hits this one to left field. That's another base hit. Runners at second and third after a wild pitch, and Casey Longacre at the plate. He takes ball 4, but the ball bounces off the backstop, bat to the middle of the field, and Justin Wade races home to make it 3-1. Some nice defense here by the Packers as Quentin Selma starts a 5-4-3 double play with no outs, but a run does score on the play to make it 4-1 Santa Rosa. To the bottom of the sixth, and Dane Toughlin hits this one well into left center field, and Toughlin will have an easy double. Mike Miller, who has been nursing a hamstring strain, will have to give way now to Jared Dumont. Miller struck out 9 batters and leads with a 2-1 lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Quentin Selma lines it right at Jared Lenardi, and the Rosebuds dodge another huge bullet, leading 2-1. To the bottom of the seventh, Wendell Champion goes deep to left field. There's no defense for that one as he sends it over the left field wall for a solo home run to make it 4-2. Big blast there. To the eighth inning now, and Ryan Rowley facing Dumont, and he gets a base hit right up the middle with a runner at third base. And it's now 4-3 as the Packers continue to chip away at the lead. Now it's a ground ball to short for Sam Wozniak. Shortstop Sammy Bruno throws it wide, and everybody is safe. Could have been a double play, and that's just the break the Packers were looking for as Quentin Selma goes down the right field line for extra bases, and we are all tied up at 4-4. The Packers have come all the way back now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Cade Peter rips this one into center field for a base hit, and just like that, the Healdsburg Prune Packers now lead this one 6-4 as we head to the ninth inning. The crowd getting fired up at Recreation Park. Left-handed pitcher Sam Reinstein comes in now to try to close this out, and the Rosebuds bats finally come back to life as Brandon Connor gets a base hit to left center field. Now it's Dylan Delamontagna, and he lines this one back up the middle. That's a base hit. Runners at first and second. They would bunt the runners over successfully, and Jared Lenardi with 2 outs and 2 on comes through as this one will drop in between all 3 fielders on the play. They collide. Lenardi ends up with a double and 2 runs batted in to make it 6-6. Players were a little shaken up down that right field line, but everyone would be able to stay in the game. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Peter Thorson now pitching for Santa Rosa with 2 outs. Ryan Rulli hits this one to third. Jackson Ketron bobbles, but Rulli beats it out, and the potential winning run is on base. After a walk, puts runners at first and second. Quentin Selma lines this one just past the mitt of Robert Muniz, and the Prune Packers win it on a walk-off base hit by Selma, just inches away from the glove of Muniz. Great ball game here tonight at Recreation Park, and it is now a final 7-6. Healdsburg over Santa Rosa. They've been playing since 1921, and hopefully they'll play a lot more in the future here on YSN365.com.